Hello, this poem is about the recent Supreme Court ruling on what is a woman. It's called What a Day for Women. Rejoice, hooray, a momentous day. We found out what is a woman today. Maundy Thursday, Anno Domini 2025. Trans activists, interested parties and women awaited the news to arrive. From the judges of the Supreme Court, the highest in the land, 5 years and an 88-page document to get the correct ruling in hand. A woman can only be born a biological woman. Anything else is merely a construct. Men may not don a dress and be legalised as a lady, no matter what's been concealed or tucked. No more sharing of women's safe spaces with fellas wearing a dress. No more she raped her with her penis. How did we get into this mess? And importantly, now that it's been given some thought, no more woman beating in the name of sport. No more pronouns, we can but hope. An end to misgendering, how will they cope? Over a decade of silly season to women's detriment, why did successive governments encourage this experiment? British public services, institutions and the NHS, the worst, bought wholesale into this nonsense, chapter and verse, asking confused pensionable men if they were pregnant, reducing women down to chest feeders, or people with cervixes. The devaluing grew worse, denigrated monthly bleeders. Women's rights seriously eroded by these minority marginalised guys. We were happy to support and coexist, but their misogynistic need to cut us down to size, to mass indulge their fantasies, their delusions mustn't shatter. In the face of a £6 gender recognition certificate, the rights of authentic women just didn't matter. Unisex toilets forced on little girls at school, unfairly weighted women and girls' sports. The male gender benders won it all. Now we're left with a daft Prime Minister afraid to back the Supreme Court law, but in his other incarnations, a DPP and immigrants' human rights champion, he'll tell you it was all he was put on earth for. And what becomes of the brave, steadfast folk who stood up and challenged what appeared to be a joke, visited by police, lost jobs or reputation because they wouldn't willingly submit to sinister institutional intimidation? We expect the noise and fuss to be viscerally so much when they receive their vindication. Ridiculous history on the record forever. PMs, cabinet ministers and intellectuals previously thought clever. A definition of a woman unable to provide. Starmer said 1% had a penis. Oh, how we will continue to deride. Even today, we women can't relax, as some are still determined to lash back. They won't accept science, history, fact or law. But we can wait. Females have ever endured. We understand the common sense won't happen overnight, and all should begin to comprehend for our existence will always meet the fight.